So Rajesh, as we talk about value creation, identifying the market, identifying a problem, I'm clubbing multiple questions and asking you a question from the Q&A section there. Uh, you know, since most of us are entrepreneurs, many of them young and many of them mid-aged entrepreneurs, there is a question, and we again are a business school, Wellinger. So then there is a question which they are asking: how do we upgrade ourselves as an entrepreneur in the world of digital transformation, artificial intelligence? Because SMEs, MSMEs, and retail business owners usually get scared with these big fancy words, but then what I understand they're trying to ask us is how does an entrepreneur upgrade? So probably you can share some insights on that, and also you should share about your business opportunities club. How do people upgrade?
Never live in isolation. If you're an entrepreneur, you need to be a part of some system. So like, for example, we operate the Business Opportunities Club where we work together, we ideate together, and cross learning happens. The best ideas comes not from your sector, but from some other sector which you can adapt to your business. So I'm a part of Business Opportunities Club. I'm the Bombay president for Corporate Connections, which is a global networking organization. I support Saturday Club. I'm very active part of the Christian Chamber of Commerce and Industry, the Dimensions Global Christian Chamber of Commerce and Industry. So I'm a part of multiple organizations and forums. You need to be a part of an ecosystem at all points of times. It is absolutely critically important. You need to take experiences because that is your true education. Education within the four walls gives you knowledge, but experience of that application of the knowledge in the real market scenario gives you wisdom. We all need to be wise at all times. And in the coming days, competition is not going to be between two products or two companies or two countries. Competition is going to be between the skill sets of two individuals, of two people. I always love to give an example that if there are 10 Mercedes cars in a race, even then only one Mercedes car will win, the guy who drives it the best. So we need to always keep updating our skill sets. And in these current times, the people who have lost their jobs are people who are not capable. The organizations which have lost business are the organizations which were not capable. And the governments which will lose their government because they did not handle the role well. So everybody is going to be tested for the rest of your life. You are going to be productive completely. Also about artificial intelligence, Samir, I would like to share some interesting aspects. We are now going to be in the era of the fourth industrial revolution. We have seen three industrial revolutions. In the 1800s, in the ending of the 1800s, we saw the revolution with the steam engines coming in and the railroads being made in the United States of America. In the early 1900s, electricity brought a revolution. Electricity changed the way, and combustion machines changed the way that the economy moved. In 1960s, computers came into play, and the education of computers brought the technology revolution. So that was the third industrial revolution. The fourth industrial revolution is going to be artificial intelligence and machine learning. There is nothing to fear. People have a fear like the coronavirus that every man will die, and artificial intelligence is going to take away every job. Nothing to fear about that. Artificial intelligence is going to consume jobs of not more than 14% of the population, which means this 14% of the population has to switch over to some other activity. However intelligent the machine is, you will still need a man to control that machine. It is said that by 2026, the machine is going to become more intelligent than the man. And by 2050, the machines will be more intelligent than all the men put together. But still, there will be people who will control those machines, and there are services which the man only will have to provide. Machines cannot be able to do that. So all the risky jobs in the life where our life is at threat will be done by machines. Rest of the activities will be done by the people, but they will uplift the quality of life. So let me tell you a small example. Industrial revolution added value and added quality of life to everybody. In the 1800s, the per capita production compared to what it is in 2000 has multiplied by 30 times. When the quality of the GDP improves and increases, it adds quality of life to the population of the whole world. Today we are 7 billion. Artificial intelligence is also going to add a lot of quality of life and value of life. It is going to reduce our working hours, but it is going to give us more free time and more leisure time and more pleasure time to lead a good quality life, but cannot be compromised on the capabilities that you have. And you need to adapt artificial intelligence as your assistant to make you more productive. So it is not going to be danger to us.